Hey, what's up, everybody? I want to welcome you to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Daily Recap, where we give you a recap of all of the hot topics that we covered that day. You can catch them in their long format and also catch it fully streaming for free on Apple Podcasts. We have spent the last 3 weeks literally pushing back on all of the disrespect that Kobe Bryant seems to be getting from some of his peers in the media in general. We all know the backstory. Everybody knows what's gone down. And a lot of us Kobe fans have been saying that the disrespect has gotten out of hand, man. It's actually got out of hand. And it seems like it's just commonplace for companies like FS1 and ESPN to consistently disrespect Kobe Bryant. So this week, because Stephen A. Smith is on holiday or something like that, he has guests, he has people on the show replacing him, and one of them is Brian Windhorst, Tim Bontemps, David Dennis Jr., and Evan Cohen were on First Take. And one of the topics that they brought up yesterday was debating the top five scorers since the 1990. Michael Jordan over Kobe, KD over LeBron. So they're up there, and they decide to put up this list, right? And in the list, they're ranking the top five scorers. And as they're ranking them, you wouldn't believe that they put Kobe Bryant at number four in terms of the top scorers since the 90s. And then to add insult to injury, I believe it was Tim Bontemps then says Kobe Bryant shouldn't even be on this list. The person that should replace Kobe Bryant on this list is James Harden. And I said to myself, ESPN cannot resist disrespecting Kobe. So for those of you who didn't hear this sound, I want you guys to take a listen to it now, and then when I come back and continue on, take a listen to what these jokers had to say on ESPN.
Excuse me. Let me try this. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. Yeah. Stephen A. Smith is not here, so mama, we made it. David's A-list. We are talking the top five scorers of my lifetime. It says 1990 here. I was born a little bit before that. We'll keep 1990 because I look very youthful. Top five scorers that I have seen. We are going to start with number 5. Wardell Stephen Curry from Davidson College. Broke every defense in the league. Everybody's shooting threes. Why? Because of the way that Steph Curry plays. Indefensible. One of the guys that you cannot defend the league. Why are they double teaming this dude from half court? Because he can shoot from 45 feet away. Number 4, we're going to go with Kobe Bean Bryant. What more do I need to say? 81 points. The guy averaged 35 points in a season. This dude, again, unstoppable, carry teams to championships. If you want a walking bucket, you got to go Kobe Bean Bryant. Number 3, LeBron James. LeBron James, of course, leading scorer of all time. The dude's been scoring for 45 years. Top in the league, no letdown from LeBron James. The dude can score from anywhere and has improved throughout the entirety of his career. Number 2, the man of the hour, Kevin Durant, the guy that LeBron James himself has praised. 50, 40, 90, pretty much every year. The guy's had at least 20-some points for pretty much his entire career. You want to get one shot from anybody of all time in the league, you're probably looking at Kevin Durant right there on the list. Number 1, no surprise, Michael Jeffrey Jordan. 63 points in Boston, 7 days after I was born. One of the greatest of all time. The dude, look at the shot. Look at the shot on Brian Russell. You want a bucket, you go to Michael Jordan. These are the top 5 scorers of my lifetime. Wardell, Bean, LBJ, KD, Michael Jordan. Go on ahead, give me A+, everybody. Give me A+. Go ahead,
I would have given you an A+ if you did something. I need Kevin Durant's middle name and I need LeBron's middle name. I got everybody else's middle name. Where's the middle name?
That's good. I don't know the middle name.
I need better prep from you. You're so prepped for everything. I need middle names.
You put me on the spot here. So we're just going to go with the A. We're going with the A because of the middle name thing.
Okay, all right, yeah.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm going to probably go with a...
Kevin Wayne Durant. I got that all on my own.
Okay.
I got that all on my own. Just my memory.
Probably going to go with a B.
A B?
I would say. I mean, here's what I would say. A couple things. First of all,
I think Kevin Durant is the greatest scorer of all time. When you talk about his ability.
Above Jordan.
Above Jordan. When you talk about his ability at 7 feet tall to score at all three levels, again, 50, 40, 90, 50, 40, I should say, the last 3 years, over 25 a game. We talk in that clip. LeBron talked about Kevin's efficiency. Kevin is an unbelievably efficient scorer. And at his size, I don't think we've ever had anyone built to score the way Kevin Durant is. There's never been a team that's been able to guard him. He can always get his shot. He's incredibly efficient. He's metronomic that way. So I would have him personally first. The other guy I would have on the list, I know it's going to be sacrilegious. I know Kobe scored 81. I would take Kobe off the list. I would put James Harden on the list.
Oh, whoa.
Because,
okay. All right.
Because,
okay. All right.
Because if you talk about two guys who, to me, changed the way the game is played the last 15 years, Steph Curry, to your point, I'd have him higher. I'd have him third. I'd have LeBron fourth. And I would have James Harden fifth because James Harden brought in a whole new way of playing as the guy teams built their whole offense around. And for about a 6, 7, 8 year stretch, he was by himself the best offense in the league every single year.
I would like to mention, I know it doesn't say it up here, top 5 scorers in 1990, playoffs included. Like, that's part of it. We're doing playoffs included. Jordan, average 40 in the playoff series. Kevin Durant, multiple finals MVPs. LeBron James, most points anybody in the playoffs. Kobe Bryant, right? Playoff excellence here. Stephen Curry, what he did in Boston cannot be repeated. Where is James Harden's accolades on the playoffs?
If you're gonna start adding addendums to your list, then do what you want.
Playoffs count. We're talking about these dudes and their scoring.
I didn't know it was a playoff list.
So you heard what they had to say. I don't even know where to begin. First of all, the first gentleman put his list said he had Jordan at 1, Kevin Durant 2, LeBron 3, Kobe 4. If that's the case, why didn't you just put LeBron number 1? Because because Kobe and Jordan were virtually the same player. Virtually. They excel at different things here and there, but they were virtually the same. You can go pull up footage of videos where they have identical plays, and you can literally watch their footage back to back, and it's like the same player. Kobe had all of Jordan's offensive repertoire. He had the he had a post game, he had the footwork, he had it all. The fact of the matter is the following. Kobe is the best scorer that we've seen since Michael Jordan, and I don't think it's close. I really don't think. Kevin Durant has the efficiency, but he doesn't have the motor. I saw Kobe score 50-plus points in 4 straight games. 50. One game was like 65, the other game was 50, the other game was like a 60 game, and another 50 point. Kobe did that. Kobe had a streak where he scored 40 points for 9 straight games, and the streak would have continued had Phil Jackson not begged him to stop because they felt like they were going to lose Shaq in the offense, and I think the next game he scored like 39 points just to prove a point. Kobe outscored an NBA team, the Dallas Mavericks, in 3 quarters where he had 63 points, and I believe the Dallas Mavericks had what? 57 or 59 points. That's what Kobe did. Now, here's the kicker. Do you know that Kobe has more 40-point games than LeBron and Stephen Curry combined? Are you aware of that? Are you aware? So 2 of the players that he has on his list, because he has Curry at 5, Kobe had more 40-point games than both of those guys combined. Combined. The dude averaged 35.5 or 4 points per game in an era where teams were scoring less than 100. He was averaging damn near 40% or generating damn near 40% of the Lakers' offense. How many games have we seen Kobe drop 30 in a quarter, 25 in a quarter? How many games? And the reason I'm so upset is because these guys is like as if they don't watch basketball. The best scorers since the 90s? You can make an argument for players that could. Tracy McGrady could score the rock. Allen Iverson could score the rock. Allen Iverson one season averaged 33 at 6'1", 6'2". What are we talking about? Who are these people that ESPN hires? These are their basketball people? It's a disgrace. And to me, they just cannot help but disrespecting Kobe. They just can't help it. They cannot help themselves. They can't help it. They just can't resist. These people are absolutely disgusting, man. Absolutely disgusting. In a world where KD and all it, bro. What the fact of the matter is, the best offensive force we've seen in basketball since Michael Jordan is Kobe. And I don't think it's close. I really don't think it's close. None of those guys have that offensive repertoire that Kobe has on that list, with the exception of Jordan. No. I got this stat. Now, first of all, let me just y'all know we've done this Jordan GOAT debate a gazillion times. A gazillion times. And one of my arguments has always been LeBron has just had way more help throughout the course of his 23-year career, or 22, whatever it is, than Michael Jordan. I said Michael Jordan's cumulative all-star appearances for his teammates, the cumulative, meaning all of the best teammates he ever played with, their cumulative all-star appearances is 10. 10. And LeBron's number is like at 130 or 40, right? Like some egregious number. So yesterday, we were just kind of going through the day. We had a very busy day yesterday, bunch of lives, bunch of shows. So Mitch sends me a post that I saw. And I almost fell out of my chair when I saw this post. It was a post from Bleacher Report that said, and I want to show it to you, LeBron has played with 9 number 1 overall picks. When I saw that, folks, I almost fell out of my chair. This is the post that we want to get into. So let's go through some of the people he's played with. Ayton, who's the number 1 pick, he's about to play with him. Anthony Davis. Who else? Dwight Howard. Derrick Rose. Kyrie Irving. Andrew Bogut. Greg Oden. Shaq. Joe Smith. Now, people got pissed off in the comment section. Oh, why would you bring this up? What are you trying to say? This and this. They were washed. Now, to be fair, a lot of these guys were not, like Joe Smith wasn't this great player. Shaq was Shaq. Greg Oden, he didn't materialize into anything good. Andrew Bogut became a decent player. We all know what Kyrie Irving did. We all know who Derrick Rose was. We all know the role that Dwight Howard played in that 2020 championship. We all know the role that Anthony Davis played in LeBron's career, and we're yet to see the role that DeAndre Ayton is going to play with the Lakers. Here's the point of what I'm saying. I didn't even know this was a thing. I didn't even know it was a thing. Now, people are going to point to Shaq and D Rose that they were old. Let me break it down for y'all in case y'all don't know. Do you know how Dennis Rodman was in 1998 when the Bulls won their final championship? He was 37 years old, my boy. 37. Y'all don't be stopping y'all from saying that Michael Jordan had arguably the greatest rebounder in NBA history. That don't stop y'all from saying that. But the fact is, how much help has LeBron had? And to think about it, people are still saying he doesn't have help. Here's something interesting, and I want to show you what the media does. Was it year before last, this season, the Mavs lost in the finals. And people were pointing out, oh, Luka didn't do this, Luka didn't do that, Luka didn't do this, Luka didn't do that. But they were able to get to the finals with Luka, right? And Kyrie and these guys. The Lakers land Luka. Hear this well. The Lakers land Luka, and they have a bunch of other role players and players that are a little bit slightly above role player status, like Austin Reeves. And the conversation still is, does LeBron have more help? Now, some of his supporters have said, he's 40. He's 40. Obviously, some of them are being disingenuous because they don't seem to understand this has been the story about LeBron probably since year 3 of his career. LeBron has had the narrative for a good 17 years. 16 to 17 years of he doesn't have help. That has been the reoccurring story. He doesn't have help. He doesn't have help. He doesn't have help. And to now see that the guy has played with 9 first round draft picks and he still hasn't won. I had to go back and think, how many first round picks has Kobe played with? He played with Shaq. He played with some other people that I probably can't remember. But 9? Plus you factor in all the All-Stars. And if you think about it in comparison to Jordan, for LeBron to be going on 23 years and 4 rings is crazy. Folks, Jordan played 12 full seasons with the Bulls. 12. 6 of them he won chips. In 15 years, the guy has 6 rings, but you can say arguably in 14 years, he has 6 rings. 6. Kobe in 20 has 5. LeBron is going on 23 and he has 4. And the crazy part is, with all this help, still you're not able to catch Jordan? And the argument today is, oh, the Lakers haven't done enough. The Lakers are not doing enough. LeBron doesn't have enough help. This is the story we're dealing with today. The talking point is still, oh, he doesn't have help. And now some of his fans are trying to disguise it. Oh, well, he's 40. Bro, this has been the talk since 2007, 2008. Even when he went back to Cleveland the second time, oh, he doesn't have enough help. Even after he had Kyrie, even if he had to have Kevin Love. And it's like, that's the reason Charles Barkley and Shaq got into that big blow up on ESPN. How much help do you want? It's just insane. Y'all would hold it against Kobe. Did he play with Karl Malone and Gary Payton? They were old, but y'all still count that. We still counting this. So the question is, why hasn't LeBron been able to win more, given the fact he's had more help, but more importantly, he's had more time? His fans are so delusional, some of them, that, oh, Jordan played in the weekly. They don't even know that LeBron benefited that he played a majority of his career in the Eastern Conference because it was the least. They don't even know that. But they want to make arguments about competition. They don't even know he played in a weak East for years. They don't even know that. They never asked themselves, how come he's only been able to make it to one final since he's been in the West 7 years? It's like, because it's really tough. It's a really tough conference. It ain't easy to get to the championship round. Why do you think the San Antonio Spurs, when they're with their 5 rings, they were never able to go back-to-back? The last back-to-back we had was with Kobe and Pau, Shaq, and then you had the Golden State Warriors when they had KD, and even with them, they were only able to win 2. Even with them, with that loaded roster, KD, Draymond, Curry, all of these people, Iguodala, they mom, whoever. But to hear that LeBron is like, bro, it's crazy. And now they're trying to cover it. Oh, well, you know, he's 40. So what you expect him to do? But the problem is 15 years ago, this was still the case. For 15, 17, 18 good years. It is crazy. And they're still hollering and screaming, can we get more help? Can we get more help? Can he get the dollars? Can he play with Kyrie? Can he play with AD? Can he play with this guy? And Cooper Fly? And if they don't win, oh, he didn't have enough help. Oh, my God, bro. Or could it just be, and I hate to say this, but let's just consider this. Could it be LeBron just isn't good enough to win all these rings? I hate to, but could that be it? That maybe he's not good enough to get you the 6, 7 rings. Maybe we need to consider that as well. Because help, or the lack thereof, cannot be the excuse anymore. It's crazy, folks. These are my thoughts. So we got a crazy report here. Actually, we heard yesterday that, according to some sources, that LeBron and Austin Reeves don't like playing with Luka Doncic. And I'm like, who cares? Who absolutely cares if they like him or not? He's the future. So those guys, I mean, Austin Reeves is a replaceable player, and LeBron is at the tail end of his career. So who cares, right? But before we started shooting today, Mitch sent me an article from RealGM.com with the headline saying, LeBron James Lakers began moving apart with Luka Doncic trade. It says, LeBron James is widely expected to spend the remainder of his career with the Los Angeles Lakers, with the biggest question being for how long and whether they could become a title contender again with him on the team. Now the Lakers unexpectedly traded for Luka Doncic and are building around him. The future of James with the franchise is uncertain and could now even possibly be the end this offseason. James holds a no-trade clause, which gives him a significant level of control over the situation should the parties decide to explore a trade. I would say that's uncertain, says Bryant on ESPN's Cleveland when asked if James may finish his career with the Lakers. One thing I feel pretty good about today, although things can pivot, is LeBron time with the Lakers is beginning to come to an end. They are beginning to move apart. You can actually argue that they started when they traded for Luka. I know everybody thought LeBron was in on that. I know I said at the time I didn't believe that. LeBron was not in on it. I don't know what else to tell you. He was not in on it. He wasn't against it. I think he was shocked they traded Anthony Davis, but LeBron was not in part of that decision process. That was a move away from LeBron as the center of the team. Windhorst said the Lakers had previously tried to reorient their team around Davis, and they are now doing this with Doncic. The beginning of LeBron's departure from the Lakers has begun, said Windhorst. The departure could be into retirement. The departure could be another. But another way is on the table. I don't know how it's going to play out. I'm not going to pretend how it's going to play out. I've talked to both parties involved. They're not clearly stating their intentions. I'm listening very closely. I'm asking questions. They're not clearly stating their intentions. So there's no way I can give you a clear answer talking to the sources. I would have said 4 days ago when LeBron opted into his contract, I would have said there was no chance of him getting traded. At this time, I just didn't think so. After having conversations over the last 3 or 4 days, I'm no longer saying there is no chance. I'm not saying it's likely, but I cannot responsibly say there's no chance anymore. So you heard what that report had to say. What are my thoughts about this? Folks, look, none of this surprises me. None of this surprises me. This is the first time, I believe, in LeBron's career where he's no longer the focus anymore. And he's been able to hold organizations hostage. Well, he tried to do so with the Miami Heat, but they wouldn't relent over their control. They wouldn't relinquish their control over to him, which is the correct thing to do. And now he finds himself in a precarious situation where I think he probably played his cards wrong at the end. Because at the end, they try to exert some leverage over the Lakers by trying to put out, with Rich Paul putting out those statements. But the Lakers didn't really budge. They got DeAndre Ayton, but is he really going to change life for the Lakers? And let's face it, that move was really more so to appease Luka. That's really what it was. I don't think DeAndre Ayton is going to change life for the Los Angeles Lakers. I said yesterday in a show that we did on a live, I'm like, the Lakers are really gearing up for 2020, the next season, 2026, 2027. That's when I think the Lakers are going to put themselves in prime condition to win a championship. Why do I say this? Well, folks, after this season, you have $52 million coming off of the books with LeBron's contract. You have $18 million coming off of the books with Rui Hachimura's contract. You have Gabe Vincent. You have another player. So the Lakers are going to free up about $100 million in cap space going into the following season. And then that's when I believe they're going to go after another max player, and we have to see who that guy's going to be. And then they're going to go out in there and try to build a championship team. And I don't think LeBron is going to be a part of that. I don't think he's going to be a part of that. Now, why he would feel like the Lakers need to tie him in, LeBron is not a Laker. He's not a Laker. He's more of a mercenary. He went from this team to that team to this. Would have been better off if LeBron had stayed with Cleveland. So the Lakers don't feel that same affinity towards him that they probably would have felt in the past. They don't feel that. Secondly, we need to factor in the role that the new management may be playing in all of this. Maybe they're like, there's no way we're going to go into the luxury tax for a player that's turning 41. Makes no sense whatsoever. And maybe these are things that they're just not willing to do. I feel like if the Lakers went into the luxury tax to try to acquiesce to some of LeBron's requests, it would be financial illiteracy, financial suicide, financial malpractice. So it just seems like it's the end of the road. And now there's only a few ways this thing ends. One, he gets traded. Or two, at the end of the season, his contract plays out and that's it. I would be stunned if the Lakers offered him another year. Because essentially what that would signal to me is that they are not serious about winning championships. Because then they would have the available cap space to go out there and sign a young Supermax player. And if you told me they would go back and try to double down on getting LeBron, I would say these guys are absolutely not serious. And to be quite frank with you, I don't think the new ownership is going to do that. I think they're going to go out there, get younger, get better, and try to win a championship. And I think next season, the Lakers are going to be a title contender. That's what I believe. Because they're going to have so much free cap space. So much of these guys' contracts are going to be coming off the books. They have so many expiring contracts. Some guys may still be on the books like LeBron James and a few others that I'm unaware of. But I think the Lakers are going to be in prime condition to make a move next offseason, and we're going to see some things. Now, some people are saying, look, first of all, I've been a Laker fan going on almost 2 decades. But I stopped being a Laker fan ever since LeBron got to the team. But now that I'm seeing that he's most likely going to leave and I'm going to be covering the Lakers again, I just want to say this. I'm not going to be one of these twerking-ass Laker commentators on YouTube that's out there lying to you guys, trying to get clicks. No, I'm going to give you guys a very sober take when I'm discussing the affairs of the Lakers. And when I tell you that I think that they're going to put themselves in prime condition next season, not this one, the following season after that, to become a top 3, top 2 seed in the Western Conference, I am saying that based off of what I think they'll be able to do with all of the available dollars. I'm not saying that because, I like the Lakers. We did a show yesterday where I said this, 60% of the audience disagree with me. So it's not like as if I'm saying something to pander to y'all. The majority of my audience disagree with me. But I'm just saying that because I believe that in terms of LeBron and these guys feeling the type of way, tough cookies, tough biscuits. It's over. It is over. Let this franchise be free, man. The fan base is starving to be free. It's over. The better thing for him to do would have been to opt into that contract, but it's over.